episode of the semester.
Yeah, it's finally coming to a close. Finals are starting soon. Do you have a lot you have to do preparing for finals week?
I have a lot I have to do before Thursday. And then once Thursday's over, I'm in the clear, which is really exciting. How about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of similar. I have a lot of projects that are due like Monday, and so I'll be doing those the whole weekend, but I only have one test Monday night. But the projects are still a little
night finals
hard.
Always stink, I feel like.
Yeah, because then I'm like, do I want to go home or do I want to just go home in the morning? But yeah, what are your plans for the break?
I'll be going home back to California where I'm from, which I'm very excited about. Hopefully it'll be warm enough to go to the beach because it wasn't over Thanksgiving, so we'll see.
I'm so jealous.
But other than that, I don't have much planned. What about you?
Yeah, I don't have many plans either. I'm from Kansas, so I'm not going too far, but I have a small family. We always get together and spend all the holidays together, so I'm excited to have like a full month home with them and just kind of hang out, sleep, that kind of thing.
Do you guys have any like interesting holiday traditions?
Not really. It's just kind of one half of the family on Christmas Eve and the other half on Christmas. I don't have any cousins or anything.
You don't have any
like
cousins?
A very like intimate family time, which is, I kind of like it a lot. Yeah, what about you?
No like family traditions, nothing like that, but all of my cousins live within like 10 minutes of me in all directions, so I'll hopefully see all of my family over break, which I'm really excited about. But besides that, yeah, nothing too wild.
Yeah, and it'll be really cool because we'll get to experience a new decade coming up soon.
This New Year's, it'll be 2020.
That's so weird to think about.
I remember 2010 like it was yesterday.
I know, it's going by way too fast. I feel like this decade will bring a lot. We'll be getting kind of old.
I know, it's crazy. I remember when we were just talking before the show started how all of our favorite shows like on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon all kind of ended around 2010, and that's kind of when we started going into like middle school and then high school and now college, and now this whole new generation is starting, and it's so crazy.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing to think about. I've been seeing things online about this is what happened in the last 10 years, and I'm like, wow, that happened. Like there's so much. And I'm excited for this next decade coming up.
It's been funny because a lot of celebrities are posting pictures from like the start of the decade to the end of the decade. And some people look the exact same, but then there's others who are like little kids and all of a sudden, like us, they're like adults now. And it's so crazy because I can't believe that, I mean, 10 years ago sounds like a long time, but 10 years has already gone by and it went by so fast.
Yeah, it's so weird looking back on it. You don't think about how much growing up you did, but I remember I saw that Noah Cyrus is our age, and I did not know that because I thought she was like, I'm like, oh, she's so little when I saw her in Hannah Montana.
Really our age?
And then she like grew up with us, I
did not know that either.
One transition I didn't realize happened. But it's just cool to see those kind of things.
I know, it's exciting. I'm excited for this new year. Sad that the semester's ending though, but
me too.
You guys have to stay tuned because we have news coming up next.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Hi, I'm Hallie.
And I'm Mac. This is your Good Evening KU News Update. Rapper Juice WRLD died Sunday. The Chicago-born artist had just landed at the Chicago Midway Airport when he suffered a seizure. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. A cause of death has not yet been announced. Juice WRLD was only 21 years old.
A volcano erupted on New Zealand's White Island yesterday, leaving at least 5 people dead and 8 missing. The Prime Minister of New Zealand says that tourists from Australia, the United States, Britain, China, and Malaysia were among the missing and injured. New Zealand police say they do not expect to find any survivors.
A factory fire left 43 people dead Sunday in the New Delhi. The fire swept through the 6-story factory where workers were asleep. The factory was making handbags and had a lot of raw material stored inside. Officials say this contributed to the quick spread of the flames. The incident is under investigation.
State authorities have charged a KU researcher with felony theft and failure to pay state sales taxes. According to the State Attorney General's office, 37-year-old Li Geku falsely represented purchases by KU in order to receive discounts and avoid taxes. Gu is a postdoc researcher in the Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology and is being held in Douglas County Jail after being charged with 4 felonies and 2 misdemeanors.
Jennifer Ananda was announced as the new mayor of Lawrence last week. Ananda is a KU graduate where she received her undergraduate degrees in film and English and later graduated with a law degree and a master's in social work. Newly elected commissioners Brad Finkeldy, Courtney Shipley, and Stuart Bowley were also seated last week.
The KU Student Senate is awaiting a response from the university to reopen its sexual assault task force. KU student government says the university's policies fall short when it comes to sexual assault and that something new needs to be done. The task force was ended in 2015.
And that will wrap it up for today's news update. After the break, we will have Ethan back with sports.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Depression is not being able to see the positives in life.
A darkness taking over your life.
Is hiding behind a smile.
Not being comfortable in your own skin.
Like constantly carrying a heavy burden.
Depression is more than just being sad. Don't let depression take over your life. Take advantage of the resources on campus by going to walk-ins to talk to a physician. Even get out and talk to your friends. Beat the stigma.
Welcome back. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Al. This is your Good Evening KU Sports Update. A slow week for KU sports saw the men's and women's basketball teams both pick up wins. The final college football playoffs rankings are out, and the Kansas City Chiefs got some revenge on the New England Patriots.
It wasn't pretty on either side as KU committed 21 turnovers to Colorado's 17, but the Jayhawks had enough firepower to outlast the Buffalo 72-48 on Saturday at the Fieldhouse. Sophomore Ochai Agbahi led the way in scoring with 20 points, along with 12 rebounds. Also helping the KU cause was Devon Dotson with 18 points and Udoka Azubuike with 12 points. Next up for KU is the UW Milwaukee at Allen Fieldhouse tonight. This will be the last game in the Fog until December 29th.
It sure doesn't get old as the Lady Jayhawks pick up another win over the weekend, taking down Florida by a score of 76-66. Brooklyn Mitchell led the Lady Hawks with 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. The win pushes the Lady Jayhawks to 8-0 and gives them their first win against a Power 5 conference team this season. The ladies will be back in action on Sunday as they take on the St. Mary's Gales at 2 p.m. in Allen Fieldhouse.
The final college football playoff rankings were released this weekend, and the top 4 were no surprise. At number 1 are the LSU Tigers, fresh off a demolition of previous number 4 Georgia in the SEC Championship. The Ohio State Buckeyes are number 2 after a 21-point second half en route to 34-21 victory over Wisconsin in the Big Ten Championship. Number 3 are the Clemson Tigers, who dominated Virginia from start to finish to win the ACC Championship 62-17. And finally, at number 4 are the Oklahoma Sooners, who won an overtime thriller over Baylor 30-23 to capture the Big 12 Championship. The semifinals will take place on December 28th, with the winners colliding on January 13th in the National Championship.
To cap it off, the Kansas City Chiefs went into Foxborough and beat the New England Patriots 23-16. Patrick Mahomes led the way for Kansas City, going 26-40 for 283 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Tom Brady suffered the loss, going 19-36 for 169 and also throwing a touchdown and an interception. In the victory, Mahomes became the first quarterback 25 years or younger to win in Foxborough since Bill Belichick took over.
That wraps it up for sports. After the break, Jade will be here with the weather.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Hi, welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Jade Steffensmeyer with your weather forecast for this evening. So right now it's pretty cold outside, 31 degrees, mostly cloudy, and there'll be a little bit of wind from the north-northwest. For the rest of the night, it's going to get a lot colder. At 6 p.m. it's going to be 27, and then at 9 o'clock it's going to get all the way down to 24 degrees. For tonight, the low is going to be 21 degrees. It's still going to be partly cloudy, and the winds are going to pick up a little bit. For the wind chill for tonight, so this is a map of like all of America, and it's overall pretty cold. And so if you don't know what a wind chill is, it's basically the temperature that it actually feels like outside due to the wind. And so even though Lawrence isn't listed on this map, it's going to be about 16 degrees wind chill at 11 p.m. tonight, which is pretty cold. So if you're camping out for the game for KU or anything, make sure you bring a jacket because it's going to be pretty chilly. And then if you are wondering the coldest time this winter, this is a map of the dates of the lowest climate normal temperature, and this data was collected like in 1980 to 2010, so it could be a little bit off, but if you're wondering when the coldest weather is going to be this winter, it's going to be around January 5th to the 11th. So most students won't be back in Lawrence during this time, but if you do live around the area, that's when it's going to be the coldest. For tomorrow, it's going to be significantly warmer, which is great. It's going to be 50 degrees, sunny, with some light winds from the west-northwest. For the extended forecast for the rest of the week, good news, it's going to be a lot warmer Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Saturday, it's going to get back down to 36, unfortunately. And then it's going to stay in the 30s up until Tuesday of next week. But the good news is that Stop Day is going to be pretty warm, as well as Stop Day's Eve. It's going to be pretty chilly, but not as bad as early next week. But that's all we have for you today on Good Evening KU. This is our last episode for Tuesday, Good Evening KU, but we wish you the best luck on finals, and we hope you have a great winter break. Thanks.